Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Go Native Farms. We are here today with TJ Dehose on the White Mountain Apache Reservation. And if you have not seen any of his other videos, please check those out because he is an amazing artist who has taken the time today to show us a little bit about another one of his artwork, but it's also has functional use as well in addition to art. But he's going to talk to us today about these amazing bow and arrows that he makes, and he's going to give us a little bit of insight on that. So if you do like these videos, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe and like, and we're going to go ahead and try to bring you some more from other people in Hopi and Zuni and the other reservations out here in the Southwest, because we have quite a few really good artists out here. So with no further ado, TJ, please tell us a little bit about this art and how'd you get into this art? Start with that.
Okay, so like I was telling you earlier, I've always been into native culture or cultures from around the world since I was little.
Okay.
And as I was growing up, I would make my own bows and play in my mom's yard. Just simple sticks tied a string on with thin twigs to shoot, no flickers or no arrow, no feathers on it or points. And then eventually, as I got older, my cousin Byron Henry, he got me into bow making, which he learned from his grandpa, would probably be my grandpa also, yeah, our grandpa.
Okay.
And so it was in '97, I believe.
Okay.
And he showed me how to carve the bow out, how to straighten the arrows, what material to use to make arrows, how to use the sinew to tie everything together. And then afterward, I went to school in Santa Fe for 97 to 2001.
Okay.
And I got back. I got seriously into bow and arrows, so I started making them, and then I started adding more to it, like sinew. I started using different kinds of wood, not only our traditional wood, which was mulberry,
Okay.
but I also used Chinese elm because it's all over the place. It's actually infestation.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Okay.
But the wood is really good to use for bow.
All right.
And then I started making arrow points out of stone.
Got one of those to show us?
There's,
That is pretty sharp if you guys are not familiar. Oh wow, look at
I
all
also
those.
made out of metal.
I see some metal ones there.
Some like this one here I made. This one, I think I actually purchased these ones here.
Okay. That's a pretty cool basket that's in, by the way. We'll talk about that a little
And
later.
then some of these arrow points are also made by my cousin that taught me how to make bow and arrows.
Okay.
Here's another one. I think he made this one.
Okay.
Every now and then he'll come by and sell some points to me. Him and his other cousin, they're always coming by selling, and I try to buy as many as I can. I make them too, but their quality is way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you showed me something earlier. You have some wood points here.
Oh
right?
yeah, these are traditionally Apache arrow points. Majority of the, like in the old museum pieces, you'll see just wood points.
Okay.
What we used here was a plant called, I think it's called buckbush.
Okay.
In Apache we call it ki, and it's really strong wood. And when it's made to a point, it was I read in books, in history books, that it pierced even the Spanish
armor. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That looks like bone almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we used river reed.
Mm-hmm.
This is reeds from the riverside.
Okay.
My clan.
And what about these feathers at the end?
And then these are turkey feathers.
Okay.
I also use natural earth paint. I put a bit of high glue mixed into it.
Okay.
And then I'll sometimes tie them down with thread, but I glue it in here. Then I attach it.
This process looks to me like it's 100% native or close to 100% the way the natives did that.
I everything is natural.
Okay.
I even use what do you call that? Natural glue.
Natural glue.
Pine sap.
Okay.
I mix with charcoal.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, I'll mix with charcoal, and sometimes I'll use a little bit of cow or horse manure.
And what is this
it.
piece right here?
Oh, that's bamboo.
That's bamboo.
Yeah.
And that would certainly pierce an animal if you needed it to.
Yeah, really sharp. This is so it stays in, and if they try to, it's hard to pull out.
Okay.
And this is the natural glue. I like to add red ochre to give it, just a nice flair to it.
Where do you get the red ochre from?
I got mine here actually towards this place called White Springs.
Is that from a stone?
Yeah, from a stone.
From a stone. Cool.
I just grind it into a powder form, and then I add high glue to it. One of my grandpas from years back, the late Kenny Dale, he once said that they used the century plant, the juice or the yucca, the juice from it, as an adhesive for painting shields and stuff like that.
Interesting.
In the old days.
Now
they also use egg yolk.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now there's quite a few bows and arrows on the table. Did you make all of these, or?
Yeah, I made all of these.
Oh wow.
They're different kinds, mostly elm.
This one is made out of.
And this one is Osage orange.
Osage orange.
Yeah, and then this one is Osage. I have a mulberry here somewhere. This is Osage. This is mulberry.
That's mulberry.
Yeah, this one is one of the longer bows.
Oh wow! How long? That's like 6 foot or so. No, 5 foot.
About
Okay.
5. But I'm still in the process of working on it. I'm still aging it.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sinew back it.
How long do you age this, and why?
Sometimes like a year or more.
Okay.
It gives it more strength.
Okay.
Lasts longer.
All right.
And but I'll sinew back it with sinew, the leggings of the deer.
Okay.
The back leggings, I guess that's where or the back strap.
Okay.
And I just mix it with high glue, and then I'll lay them down in strands like bricklaying.
Okay.
From here to here, then from here to here. Then I let it dry. Sometimes I'll let like this one here. Over a year now since I let this dry. Then I'll be putting another layer on it soon.
And
you have to be real patient when you're working with if you want a really quality bowl.
Okay. And let me ask you a question. So this outer portion right here is sinew?
Yeah, that's sinew.
So it doesn't even look like that to the untrained eye, but that is sinew.
Yeah.
And
then you can see at the end here, this strands of it.
There we go. Yeah. And is that put on there for strength or what?
For strength and also for extra, would it be elasticity?
Okay.
More bing.
More bing for the buck.
More bing for the buck.
There we go.
Sends the arrow further, I guess.
So if you don't mind, tell us about this basket that you're using to hold your arrows.
Oh,
that's awesome.
This is it's not really traditional from our people.
Okay.
But in the East Coast, the natives there used wicker baskets for their quivers.
Okay.
And so I used our local red willow from the riverside.
Wow.
And
that's talent right there.
I wove up a little quiver for it.
That is not easy to make.
But I also make deer hide quivers. I've made javelina quivers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
From the little pig animal javelina?
Yeah, and then leave the hair on. There's traditionally they used javelina because it was thick and strong.
Oh yeah. They've got some pretty sharp teeth. Did you ever use those teeth for arrows? Arrowheads?
Actually, I use them for jewelry.
Jewelry?
Yeah, I'll use them like, I'll put them together so they're shaped like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Or for earrings.
Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about this one and the fur.
This one is Pueblo style.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked up some Hopi bows.
Okay.
And so I wanted to remake one, and I used turquoise for arrow point.
That's awesome.
And I used goose feathers because it looks similar to eagle.
Yeah, let me get a close-up on those feathers because that's a beautiful paint job. If you can spin it a little bit and show us that dots. Yeah. That's
and I used a lot of turquoise. They used a lot of turquoise. I'm not sure what mineral they used.
Okay.
So I used acrylic paint.
Okay.
And mixed with natural paints.
Very nice.
If you go to Hopi, if you can remember, ask them what they use for the turquoise.
I'll see if they want to disclose that.
If you're going to a kachina maker, then they should probably say, oh yeah, we use this and that.
So tell us about what's going on with these here.
These ones are made from ironwood. The ironwood was given to me by some Yaqui friends of mine who came up. They used to come up almost every year for our Native American Day.
Okay.
And they would perform. And his name is Richard Teo.
Okay.
He's the cultural advisor.
Okay.
And he brought a whole branch, I guess, of the ironwood. And they use this for everything from making protective amulets for their jewelry. Or in the old days, they used them for arrows. There's a lot of use for them. I actually used the powder from this for paint also. For paint. It has a beautiful red color. And then they will soak this in water, and it'll become really like a dark red color. And they drink that for your blood because it helps clean the blood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now give us the warning on these. Let me do a close-up. What's the warning?
Well, I didn't know there was that. It was what, toxic or whatever.
Ironwood, yeah. So apparently it's toxic.
When I was sanding them, it wasn't these ones. When I sanded them, the powder, I sniffed the powder. It was coming off, and it started burning my nose. And then it started burning up into my
sinuses.
Yeah. It was painful. I was kind of
a bad experience.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna show that whole thing because this is really neat. You did some weaving there with some
colored rattan.
Yeah.
No, colored palm. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're working with ironwood, we've given you the warning on that one.
I was the guinea pig.
Be careful. Be careful.
These ones are remakes of Anasazi bows that I looked up in history books and museums.
Oh wow!
The Anasazi, they used more of a lighter wood. Actually, this was more Tana-Atam.
Tana-Atam?
Yeah, Tana-Atam, or the Hohokam people back in the day.
Oh.
They used more of like a willow or cottonwood because they used it for bow wood, and their bows were really long.
So you've got some bark on there.
Yeah, I left the bark on for
just for show.
Added show, yeah.
That's pretty neat because if we walk down here, we're looking. I'm assuming this almost log down here is what you start with.
Yeah, this one is the elm, and I have quite a few of these drying in the shack at my mom's.
Okay.
This one's going on, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, so it can be carved anytime.
What do you look for when you grab one of these to start with?
Just ones with. I try to look for ones that have no knocks in them.
Okay.
But if they have them, I try to look for ones that are only on the side.
Okay.
That way I can use either this side or this side because you notice it's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave the bark on, and sometimes I'll put glue at the end so it won't split as it dries.
Okay.
It happened here, but it's not as bad. Some people like to take the bark off in the summertime.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter for me. What you do is you follow the the ring line
Okay.
all the way down for the back, and that's what keeps your bow strong. And if you go just a bit past the ring line, one ring line, it's weak in that area.
Okay. Now, if you don't mind, before we shoot some of these, let's tell me about this atlatl.
Yeah.
And did Native Americans make those?
No, yeah, we did actually. The ancient people did. The Anasazi, around here, the Anasazi, they're everywhere here.
Okay.
They would make atlatls similar to this, and they would use a long, what looks like an arrow, but very long.
Okay.
They call them darts.
Okay.
And they would put the arrow.
If you want to give us a slight demo.
I forgot the arrow, the dart. I was in a hurry and I left it.
That's right. We get the picture.
Put it here, and then just hold it, and then just boom.
I like it.
Yeah.
And that worked. It gave, as I understand, it gave additional like power and force behind it. Yeah.
And then they also used to put stones, like similar to this one.
Okay.
They would probably tie it onto. They would tie it onto the middle.
Okay.
Depending on, sometimes you'll see them here, sometimes you'll see them here. Okay. But it adds more strength.
Nice.
And the dart goes further.
Now, which one are you gonna be shooting this evening?
My bow.
You know, let me ask you one question first, because you've got this stick laying here.
I was gonna explain that one too.
And I was gonna ask about that.
I use all kinds of wood for arrow making. You can basically use anything. But this one I believe is
elm.
I'm not could be elm or willow.
Or
it
willow.
doesn't look like the normal willow.
Okay.
I'm not sure what kind of plant this is, but it grew in just one area by the river.
Okay.
And man, I tested it out, and it was awesome. It was strong, and it once it dried, it stayed pretty much straight. Oh, that's the other. Also, when I make arrows, I heat it.
Okay.
I heat it in charcoal or a coal.
All right.
And then I use an arrow straightener, and I straighten out the arrows. And I'll put a blood groove down the whole arrow shaft. Okay. And that gives it more strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. We'll call it TJ wood.
TJ wood. Yeah, there you go.
Because you discovered it down the road. So
might be willow though.
Might be.
Yeah,
okay.
There's all kinds of willow down there. This one is this one's used for these are blunt points. They're used for smaller animals like rodents and birds.
Interesting. Like a pack rat or something, huh?
Yeah.
Or a squirrel. Okay.
Or
rabbit.
Our people used to put like they would tie two points here, and then they would cross it and tie it like that. Okay. And that would be used for birds.
Interesting.
So I guess anywhere this part hit the bird, it would
take them out.
Take it down. Yeah.
All right. So which one are you going to be shooting in a minute here?
This one here.
Okay.
This one is Osage orange with deer backing.
Okay. Can you walk over here a little?
And the string I use for it is just the simulated sinew.
Okay. And are you gonna what is it called? Not threading it? When you put the stringing it? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I've shot an arrow once in my life when I was 13. But maybe. This is awesome. Check this out, guys. How he strings this.
This is one. Oops.
I would not have thought of this process, but all right. Get in a little closer and see what you're doing there before sundown. So you're tying it into a groove. Okay. And now he's going to string it. And that's the process I would have never thought of. That's pretty neat. All right. So let's grab an arrow or two and we'll follow you out there and see how these work, because they are functional.
Yeah.
And deadly.
They're made to be used.
Don't
you
try.
can use them, or you can put them up on your wall. I make them for sale also.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I make two different kinds. I make one for decorative purposes.
Okay.
And then the majority of them I make for actual use.
Okay. Which way are you gonna shoot?
I'm trying to look for something to shoot at, but maybe I'll just shoot. Leaves.
Okay. Gonna shoot at the leaves there. I'll take one from back here and then.
My dad, when he was alive, I remember he had a bow made for me from one of my other grandpas.
Yeah.
His name was late Lonnie Dehose.
Uh-huh.
And he said when they were young, they would practice by shooting grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers.
And he was really good. My dad was at aiming and shooting.
Nice.
But yeah, that's how they would practice their aim.
So I'll take one shot from here and one from the side. And that's stuck right in the ground now. I'll stand over here and we'll get another angle. And if you guys didn't see that, I'm glad I'm not a grasshopper.
Or leaf.
Or a leaf. But that's pretty awesome. And those are just wood, correct?
Yeah, they're this is buckbush is what it's called.
And it didn't break the tip.
No, it stays pretty sharp.
Pretty sharp.
And then this is river reeds. This is Senu. These are turkey feathers.
Turkey feathers.
And natural paint.
Where was the sinew you were talking about?
Right here.
Right there.
Sinew. This is.
Let me go back
Sinew
just
still
a little on that sinew.
Oh, yeah.
And let me get a close up on that. That's pretty nice. So you threaded that really tight.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks good. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I think we'll probably wrap it up here. I might, in a minute, try to shoot a couple of these. But anything else you wanted to put in about the bow and arrows? Take one more shot there.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me try this.
Oh, look at that. So he stuck that Tootsie Roll. Okay, there's a piece of trash out there. Oh my God. Look at that. No, that is crazy. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to break into TJ's house. I'm telling you. His stuff's valuable, but don't risk it. Well, that was an excellent ending right there. Thank you very much for taking your time to teach us about this. And
do you want to try it?
Yeah. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll let you hold the camera. Don't.
So you're gonna hold it like this.
Okay.
And you're gonna put the arrow. Make sure you knock it this way.
Okay.
Feathers outward. See how the third one sticking up.
Okay.
And then you just put your fingers.
All right.
You can shoot this way. You can shoot this way.
Okay.
You can shoot pinch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. So I'm gonna
Shoot downward.
I'll shoot downward.
Yeah.
How about that buck over there? Can I take him out? I'm kidding. So
Oops, sorry.
let's see. I'll stand right here.
Okay.
And am I holding this right?
Yeah. Are you left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, then switch it.
Should I spin it like this?
No, I guess. Okay.
Okay. We're gonna. He's gonna hold. He's gonna put it in my hands the correct way.
This one
This hand, right here.
here,
Okay, for my left.
and then
Okay.
like that.
Right
Yep.
there.
And then
Do
hold
I-
it. You don't have to. You
I
can
can
just
go
put
like
it this
this?
way,
Okay,
but
like this.
angle.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna pull back a little, aim for that piece of trash right there, and we'll see what happens. Oh, I hit it.
Oh, you hit it! What?
How about that, man? Almost an expert.
Wow! You
Beginner's
see,
luck.
my bows are that good that even beginners can hit
That's
a
right.
target.
That's right. We're gonna not do a second shot because I want the beginner's luck and to end right there. But thank you very much, and we're gonna go ahead and tune out for now. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.